Do not use the raise your hands. That means that you are not use the WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat or something else. The recommendation or the recommendation that's we are asking for. Google search, YouTube recommendations, Instagram filters, WhatsApp voice messages, all of them use AI, that is artificial intelligence. What is AI? What is artificial intelligence? To be very busy, I would like to say that artificial means that is not natural, that is made by humans. So what is artificial? Artificial is that is not natural, that is made by humans. And what is intelligence? Intelligence is the ability to keep the idea things, to learn and to get the solutions. So AI is the artificial intelligence where like a machines to think and to give the solutions to us. Have you got my point? Today in the next 2 hours, I am going to take you on a journey. By the end of this class, you will understand what AI really is, why Industry 4.0 is charging the world right now, and most importantly, how you as a student sitting in this room today can build an AI-powered solutions and present it at our demo day. Are you ready? Let's begin. The official definition comes from a scientist named John McCarthy in the year 1956. In which year? Yeah, 1956. He said AI is the science of engineering of making intelligent machines. That it is simple. So AI is not natural. It is a machine to think like humans and to give the proper solutions to us. So can we think that AI is like a magic? Is AI magic or something else? Can we consider AI is a mathematics or the statistics? That we are trying to poster the things to the AI. Let me give you an even simpler way to understand it. Imagine you are teaching a small child to recognize a dog. What do? You show the child many pictures. To pictures of whom? Pictures of a dog. This is a dog. This is a dog. This is a dog. This is not a cat. This is not a cat. This is a dog. After seeing hundreds of pictures, the child learns. Next time they see a dog on the street, they say dog. Without telling them, that's the intelligence, learning from example. Machine learning. What is the main part of AI? Does exactly the same thing. Instead of a child, it is a computer program. Instead of picture, you show manually. We feed thousands of millions of examples into computers, and the computers learns. It finds patterns. It makes the decisions that is AI. So, in this regard, the cognitive development is not here to maintain the recognitions of the humans. As it is a machine, so there should be some patterns. The word I am emphasis on that. What is this? Pattern. So there are some sets of patterns that can be conducted or involved in this machine to find out the solutions or to find out the questionnaire results. And what I call that AI, is AI magic or something else? Many people think AI is magic. They see robots in movies, Terminator, Iron Man, Judges, and they think AI can do anything. That is not the true thing. That is not true. AI is mathematics, it is statistics, it is data. When you feed data into an AI program, the program runs mathematical calculations. So it is a mathematical program and calculations that runs into it when we have provided the problems and we get the solutions. And one more thing that I would like to impose here, that the functions or the positions of the programs that we put to one server cannot give the all total responsibility or cannot give the all total answers. That's one is giving us. Because for reading the literature, there is one AI that we are used for the tools. There are the cognitive developments. No, there is not. If there is mathematical solutions, then there is another AI that we are used for. If we want to learn how to cook, how to speak, there is another AI. So the pattern, the formula is different. One pattern cannot verify or cannot give the answer of the another. I would like to now share a short history regarding the matter of AI. How AI comes from. Like as I can remember, the students from the Toronto and the theory, how he gives the definitions that how AI is, where the roots of the AI, how it comes from. Now let me now take you on a very quick story. AI did not just appear one day, it has a long history. A story within many failures, many comebacks, and now glorious present. The story begins in 1950. A British scientist named Alan Turing. He is the father of computer science. Asked a famous question: can machines think? Can machines think? He proposed a test called the Turing test. The idea was simple. If you talk to a machine and you cannot tell whether it is machine or a human, then the machine is intelligent. If I ask a question to a machine and if I cannot get that it is the answer from the machine or from the human being, then what we conclude that the machine is intelligent. Then it is AI. This was a revolutionary idea for 1950s. Then in 1956, a university called Dartmouth in America, a group of scientists set together and officially named this field artificial intelligence. The man who gave it his name was John McCarthy. They were the optimists. Why I am saying that they are the optimists? They are optimistic because they are not despaired. Their decision was not. They are not in frustrated way. They are always supportive. They are always thinking about the possibility that there will be a one kind of solution that always come to us. Failure is not the way that we are thinking of. We have the years when funding dried up, people lost interest and progress slowed down. Why? Because the computers were too slow. The data was too little. The mathematics was not advanced enough. Then came to 2012, a turning point. A team at the University of Toronto created a deep learning model that could recognize images better than humans. Whenever we see in the mobile phones to verify that are we humans or not, there are some captures. We have to maintain that are we humans or not. And we have to click some patterns, there are some numbers that we have to place. And if the machine finds that yes, it is the task of the humans, it is the patterns of the humans, then it is not the machines or something else that are not the aliens. It is the human's task. Then they access us. Otherwise they deny us. And that is called the captures. And you will find that in before suffering the computers or mobile phones or something else the digital gadgets. This was a breakthrough. Suddenly everywhere wanted AI. Powered billions and billions into it. Then in 2016, Google's AlphaGo program defeated the world champion in a game called Go. A game so complex that experts said no computer could ever win. AlphaGo win. That is 4.0, 4.1. The world watched in a shock. And then November 2022, as you can get the PPT from here, that's how 1950s to deliver 1980s and 2012 to 2022. And then November 2022, ChatGPT was launched, and I think that's all the students from here, those who are sitting here, are aware of or accustomed of that what the ChatGPT is, because most of the students are using ChatGPT. Basically, to write down the answers, basically to search for something else, or to projects or the assignments, lab copies, and whatever you like to do, you can use the ChatGPT because it gives you the answer within a few seconds. I'm not going to share that whether ChatGPT is right or wrong. The answer that it provides is right or wrong. It is already helpful to you or not. I'm not going to share my opinion even in the matter of this. But as you all, irrespective of us, we use it. So what is the importance of ChatGPT? We all know about it. So ChatGPT was launched, and within just 60 days, 2 months, 100 million people. How many people? 100 million people. How many people? 100 million people. 100 million people were using it. No product in history had ever grown that fast. Not Facebook, not YouTube, not Instagram. ChatGPT in how many days? In 60 days. In 60 days, just in 2 months. Within 2 months. Which country? In which country? In India. So we don't have to go to London, we don't have to go to Beijing, because it is the opportunity that we are trying to find out. In which country? In which? In India. Because India has 1.4 billion people, massive problems to solve, and a young, educated, hungry generation, that means you are ready to build solutions. I'm also going to share there's one types of AI. As I can remember, there are 3 kinds of AI. That's what we're using for. There's the narrow AI, there's the general AI, and the third is the super AI. So what is narrow AI? Narrow AI is also called AAI. This is what exists today. Narrow AI is very good at one specific task. Google Translate can translate 123 languages. How many languages? 123 languages. But Google Translate cannot tell you what the weather is tomorrow. It cannot convey you that the weather of tomorrow will be it. It only translates. It is the narrow. What I was previously said that as there is some program or service that is input in one, that it cannot rectify the another. That's why the narrow AI cannot rectify or cannot give you the solutions that the others. That's what will be tomorrow's weather. It can only give you the translation methods of what languages, of how many languages, of 133 languages. And that type 2, and what I said, the type 2 is called general AI. That is also called AGI. This is a dream, a machine that cannot do anything a human can do. So what a human can do are machines, and that is called AGI. Drive a car, so AI can drive a car. Write a poem, solve a math problem, feel emotions. AI also can feel emotions. Emotions. What is emotions? Emotion is the spontaneous overflow of feelings. It is the cohort relations of how one can, there is a simultaneous exchange of the mood. So you cannot deny the emotion. This does not exist yet. Many scientists are working towards it, but we cannot deny it. Now I am going to share the third type, that is super AI. That is also called ASI. future. This is the science fiction level. A machine smarter than all humans combined. This is what movies are about. I think there are many people who are fond of seeing, watching, or enjoying the movies, the Hollywood movies, where AI is used very much. The use of AI is very much. So this is what movies are about. This does not exist, and this is the question. If this does not exist, then why we are going to see such kind of movies? That is not the natural, that is the surreal. That is not about the real, that is the surreal, that is beyond the human world, that is the ethereal. How can we expect it? This does not exist and may not exist for decades, maybe never, because there is the porosity and we are enjoying it because we have to feel it. That's why we are here, to feel it. So remember, what we are building in our demo is narrow AI that solves one specific problem very well, and that is perfectly fine. So the narrow AI is for one, to translate, and the second, that's the general AI, that is to help us to write poem. That's not poem, just poem. But some want to say the pronunciation as you can much more comprehensive about the word poem. Are you? So the right word for the what is poem, and the other part. So the second AI also can drive the car. It also can do all the things that a human can do. And the third is the surreal imaginations, where even many humans cannot go there. Because this is fictional. And what is fictional? That is not real. That is not in reality. That we cannot think. That is fictional. That can be based in hypotheticals. If you get in a higher study, then you will get the hypothesis. How many hypotheses are there? The null, the void. Hypothesis 1, hypothesis 2, hypothesis 3, the null 1, null 2, null 3, and how it can be defined, and it can be effective and fruitful through all the pages. Now I'm going to discuss about something like the regarding Industry 4.0, the fourth industrial revolution. How AI is delivering in industry. What is 4.0? Industry 4.0, this is very fashionable term. Everyone from politicians to professors to company CEOs using it. The word Industry 4.0 simply means the fourth industrial revolution. It is the fourth time in human history that the way we make things, the way factories work, the way business operate, has completely changed. Let me give you all four references in simple languages. The first industrial revolutions happened around 1760s, about 250 years ago. Before that, everything was made by hand. Clothes, tools, furniture, everything. Then someone invented the steam engine. Steam engines. I think some people who had discovered the stuff, discovered the plants, and there are so many products that have been already discovered or invented. And why I am saying such kind of things? What is the relevant of the word discovered? What is the importance of the word invention? What is the word that we are trying to impose on it? Because it is the idea. The idea that yet even not arrived. It is the idea that yet even not fulfilled. It is the idea that you have to fulfill in effective way to make it in a model and to create the things, the new things for whom? For the human beings, for the environment, the ecosystem. If you go So in her studies, that how you will get the concept how ecology is important to us, to survive us, for survival, for not only human beings, but also to the other space, to the mammoth space, to the climate. So the climate is also have an important role. So AI does not only discuss about the humans, we also discuss about the ecosystem, we also discuss about the ecology, we also discuss about the world. Not only about one country, not only about one state, not only about there are so many countries, but it's all about the world. Because if one is corrupted, then all the other species will be in that state. So we have to maintain, we have to change, we have to create the new things, to create, to dissolve, to diffuse, to dissipate to new things. The second industrial revolution happened around 1870. Electricity was invented, and if there was one issue that we would not get the bleach air, the bleach, for whom we get much more comfort, the light. So the second industrial revolution, that is electrical. And the first was the factory work, the industry, the business, and the company. For the clothes, schools, furniture, and the second is for the electricity. Mass production began when Ford created the assembly line on factory by which does one small task, and the car moves from worker to worker, getting built state by state. A car that is used to task smart to build could now be built in hours. This was electricity and mass production. The third industrial revolution happened in the 1970s. Computers arrived, electronics, the internet. Machines could now be programmed. Factories became automated. This was the digital revolution. Computers replacing paper pen as well as paper box and the manual calculations. And now we are in the fourth industrial revolution, Industry 4.0 or G. This is happening right now, and as we see in this classroom, in this revolution, robotics, cloud computing, computer networking, computer science and technology. Now I'm going to discuss about the 9 pillars of Industry 4.0. Think of them as 9 pillars working as a building. The building is smart factory or the smart business of the future. Remove any pillar and the building begins. All 9 pillars and 8 are stoppable. What is the part 1, that is artificial intelligence and big data. The second is Internet of Things or IoT. The third is cloud computing. The fourth is autonomous robots. The fifth is additive manufacturing. The sixth is augmented reality and virtual reality. The seventh is cybersecurity. The eighth is simulations and digital twins. If I get some times, here I'm going to give you the concept of how we can change. What the simulacra, what the simulations, and how the sign and signifier indicates the sign, because there are patterns also how it shows in a visual way, how it programmed or performed the missionary thoughts in so years before ago. And the 9-inch information. So the first one, artificial intelligence and big data. Big data means analyzing millions or billions of data points to find patterns. In a factory, AI analyzes data from thousands of scenarios every second, and see this machine will break down in 3 days. Service is now that is AI plus big data working together. The second is Internet of Things, that means connecting everyday objects to the internet. Your phone is connected to the internet, that's normal. But imagine your refrigerator is connected. Can you imagine that your phone is connected to internet, but if you think that your refrigerator is connected to internet, then what would it be? What would it be? Your electricity meter is connected, the machine in a factory are connected. They all talk to each other and to a central computer. As if we are thinking about the universe, that's where the machines are talking about themselves. As we're humans and we're talking to ourselves, to our friends, to our colleagues, to our students, to our family members. Like them, the refrigerator has his own formula. The mobile has their own formula. The fan has their own and they are live on this. Can it be? Can you imagine what kind of surrealism it? How can we transit from such reality to another reality? This network of connected things is the Internet of Things. Today there are 70 million IoT devices in the world. By 2030 there will be 75 million. And now I want to discuss about the third, cloud computing. This is very simple. Instead of the storing data, what we do and running program on your own computers. So there's instead of two things, storing data and running the programs. So we're not going to store the data and run the programs. What do? You use powerful computers owned by companies like Amazon, Google, and Microsoft. Access over the internet is like renting a supercomputer for 500 rupees a month instead of buying one for 50 lakhs. Cloud makers or cloud makes AI and Industry 4.0 affordable for small companies and even students like you. Now I'm going to discuss about the step 4, that is autonomous robots. These are robots that can work without a human controlling them every second. They are programmed with AI to do tasks on their own. They can pick and pack items in a warehouse, do precious welding in a car factory, or even perform surgeries with a doctor guiding from a safe distance. So it can even able to make surgery. If a doctor dies, if the doctor is not patient yours, and if there is critical conditions, then what AI can do, what a machine can do, what a robot can do, with the guidance, with the help of doctors, he can do the surgery. Amazon there are so many robots in its warehouses right now. And the 5, that's additive manufacturing, which commonly called the 3D printing. Normal manufacturing takes a block of material and removes pieces like a sculpture. 3D printing adds material layer by layer to build its shape. You can print a shoe in hard bulb like the Expo maker. Is there anything wrong that you are trying to make us work with something so you can get anonymous or annoying from these discussions? If it is, then you can get out from this class. Normal manufacturing takes block of material and removes pieces like a sculpture. 3D printing adds material layer by layer to build its shape. You can print soup, a hard ball, a rocket ball, a house. Boeing 3D print 60,000 parts every year. In medicine, scientists are working on 3D printing human organs for transplants. The 6, that's augmented reality and virtual reality, or AR, adds digital information on top of the real world. Imagine a factory worker wearing AR in your language, in your target language, because now it is my source language and I have to speak in this way. So, when she looks at a broken machine, the classes show a step-by-step repair instruction floating in the air, exactly where the problem is. No need to look at the manual, no need to call a senior engineer. The classes guided her. Here is a completely virtual environment useful for training, simulation and design. The second is cybersecurity. As everyone gets connected to the internet, it also becomes vulnerable to hacker. Cybersecurity is the shield that protects all these connected systems. I think I have taken classes of past semesters when I have discussed what the cybersecurity is here. How the digital edge come to you. How we can go through such kind of incidents. How we can get rid of all these incidents. How the hacker will use such kind of tools to mislead you, to get money from you. They got shut down production, steal data or cause physical damage. This is why cybersecurity is a pillar and also a huge career opportunity. The eighth part, that is simulation and digital twin, that a copy of physical object are missing a factory, event and entire city. Engineers can test changes on the digital twin without catching the real twin. That the simulation and digital twins. What is virtual replicas of physical assets, machines, factories, entire supply chain, test scenarios without real world links. There will be no links of the real world. There will be a chain. There will be machines. There will be factories. There will be the and virtual replications of what? Of physical assets. The things that we are focusing on it. Pillar 9, that is integration, and this is the most important pillar. Integration means connecting all the other 8 pillars together and also connecting the entire business from top to bottom. From the factory floor, sensor to the CEO's dashboard. All sharing data, all working as one system without integration. Industry 4.0 is just a collection of expensive gadgets. With integration, it becomes a living, breathing, intelligent ecosystem. And now I'm going to discuss about what is the opportunity in India of AI 4.0. How we get the opportunities, how we use the opportunities, and how the opportunity facilitates the human lives for the career, for the students to study, to pursue. India is the third largest startup ecosystem in the world. We have 1.17 lakh, that is 117,000 DPIIT recognized startups. We have 150 unicorns. Companies valued at more than $1 billion each. We have the cheapest internet in the world. We have 800 million smartphone users. We have the youngest population of any major country. 65% of Indians are below 25 years of age. The government of India has announced the India AI mission with a budget of 10,372 crore rupees to build AI infrastructure, train AI talent, and support AI startup. The government is literally planning to build the ecosystem that your career will find in. I will also explain that where the AI fall is here. Now I want to discuss about the core AI technologies, how AI actually works. The most important branch of AI is called machine learning. examples so it can learn to make predictions without being told exactly what to do. Let me give you the most relatable example. How do you do? You collect, there are so many emails selling fake medicines, asking for your bank details, promising arthritis in your emails from your college, from your friends, from your companies. Your level is one pound not spam. Then you feed all these emails into a machine learning algorithm. That algorithm looks that all emails and asks what do spam emails have in common. It might find spam emails often have words like free, wait, urgent, click here. They often come from unknown addresses. They often have many exclamation marks. The algorithm learns these patterns automatically without the programmer writing rules manually. The machine learning has three main types. What are the supervised learning? This is what I just explained. The two is unsupervised learning, and the three is reinforcement learning. And I'm going to discuss about the reinforcement learning that is most reinforced to our industry. So where it is giving much more importance in a knowledge. This is the most fascinating one. Instead of learning from examples, the computer learns by trial and error. Well, I will say that's how the hypothesis and the null points are getting to. The AI tries something. If it does the right thing, it gets a reward points. If it does the wrong thing, it gets a penalty. Over millions of trials, it learns what work best. Google's AlphaGo uses reinforcement learning. Self-driving cars use reinforcement learning. Even the recommendations on YouTube, what video to show you next if you're watching that uses reinforcement learning. AI also hears and sees. AI also thinks. AI also reads. And AI also writes. What are the technologies? What are the procedures that AI can hear, AI reads, AI can write, or AI can think? The next technology is natural language processing, or NLP. Today, NLP has advanced so much that ChatGPT can write essays, stories, code, and quality that humans cannot tell apart from human writings. Google does set content. How many languages are said? 133. 133 languages. Voice assistant understand natural speech in a message highways. Legal documents are summarized automatically. Custom surveys, chatbots have their millions of queries per day. Please change the next slide. Now I would like to discuss about the computer vision, AI that sees. How does a computer see an image on a computer? It's just a grid of numbers, each number representing the color of one T dot called a pixel. What is called? A pixel. A photo on your phone might have 12 billion pixels. Computer vision algorithms look at these millions of new numbers and extract meaning from them. Now I am going to say about the creative revolution. And in which genre it will be? It will be generative or generative AI. For text, you give it a prompt, a question or instruction, and it generates a response. It can write all the things that you fix a code or the algorithm or the patterns you stand for or you set here. Now I am going to section 4. Please in section 4, what is this? Section 4? AI in the real world, where AI is working today. AI is relevant in agriculture, in industry, in manufacturing process, in where? Consider medical imaging and X-ray. I guess you all know that who have made the concept or invented the X-ray. I think so that was Ron who invented the concept of X-ray as well as established it. So it looks like a black and white photo to the most of us, but a trained radiologist can look at it and see pneumonia, tuberculosis, broken bones, tumors. The problem, there are not enough radiologists in India, especially in rural areas. So where there is no doctors, where there is no radiologists, then how rural area, how the people who are suffering from the disease, from the tuberculosis, from the tumors, and from the others broken from the bones, how they will get the treatments. Where will they get the treatments? They will can accommodate with the AI and they will get the result from this perspective. The government's Sanjeevani platform has enabled 240 million telemedicine consultations AI is helping triage patients, showing who needs urgent care and who can wait. This alone has saved countless lives in remote areas where no doctors is physically present. So remote areas is the areas where the villages are, where there are so much more available doctors, where there are so much patients and they are not equipped, get the treatments and how they will be cured from the disease. So at this perspective, if they know how to use the AI, if they know what was the reality, how can get the proper treatments, then they can get the treatments, they can get the accommodations, they can get the medicines, they can get the report from the medicines they are even not seen before, and they will be cured physically, mentally. Are you hungry? Yes, sir. It is about to take the class 1:30, but I'm going to take much more 50 minutes, I think so, 15 to 20 minutes, and after this you will be able to take the lunch, and after this taking rest, you all have to come here because there will be another series that's going to be conducted. It is not yet finished. There is much more 10 to 50 minutes that I'm going to take it. Build your AI prototype. For machine learning, start with Python, build and train ML models from any laptops, even a basic one using Google Chrome in your browser. What is AI ethics? Bias and responsible AI. So, what I said before that not only I am going to praise, not I am going to illuminate that AI is all the things that we are made for. There are something biased, there are something wrong that AI also consists of. There are some things. As a human race, we can think that AI is much more important to the things that they are thinking about the customers. They are even not thinking about the other persons who are thinking in this way. They are emerging the tools. They are thinking about that which part of the business are taught. They are thinking about the basis. They are thinking about the programming. They are thinking about to enhance the language. They are thinking about to enhance the program to eliminate the consultations, but not about the humans, not about the societies. Let me start with a story. In 2014, Amazon, the world's largest e-commerce company, built an AI system to screen job applications. They trained it on 10 years of past hiring data. The idea was AI would look at resumes and recommend the best candidates, saving humans requires time. So it is the fundamental or the duality where it will be find that it is the persons or it is all the people that it is against or the misogyny that it is not mentioning the women's roles in this regarding the matter of AI, where the Amazon is giving the posters to the candidates to hire all them. Especially in technical roles, so the AI learn good candidates utilize our past hires. It started penalizing resumes that mention the word women's, as in women's chess club or women's coding bootcamp. It down-ranked graduates from all women's colleges. It was systematically biased against women, not because someone programmed it to be, but because the training data reflected a historical bias. So, the historical inequalities, the bias problem framing, the bias evaluation metrics, as well as the lack of diversity and development teams. Because as it was said before, that where we want the higher or experimented or as well as the skilled people as they are well in previous. That's why the term women has a much more importance where the biasness also comes here along the way. The responsible AI, the four principles. What are the four principles? The first one is fairness, the second one is explainability, and the third is privacy, and the fourth is human oversight. So, let me say something about it in a brief way. What is the AI principles regarding the biasness as well as the fairness? AI should treat all people equally regardless of class, gender, caste,